Glenn, third time lucky. A 3-1 win here at home to West Bromwich Albion. Gives your thoughts and reflections on that one.
Yeah, really pleased with the 3 points. Thought we played well. Thought we managed the conditions well because our pitch at the moment is not the easiest pitch to play on. It's a tough pitch, hard, bobbly, and I think we've managed that really well. And in the end, I think we're quite deserving winners.
First 20 minutes though, it seemed like we were on the back foot a bit. West Brom had a couple of chances, a good save, a couple of good saves as well. How do you deal with that first 20 minutes? Was that kind of the game plan, was just deal with their onslaught and then go at them?
To be fair, we said to the players that's how we expect. We're quite notorious for being quite slow starters in the game. We sort of reflected back on playing West Brom last year, where they started really well in the opening 20 minutes in that game. They're quite a technical set of players, try and play a nice brand of football, so we always thought the first 20 was just about managing it. But I think once we got our noses in front, I think that whole of that second half, barring just a couple of moments, I think we've really just literally had them under immense pressure all the way through, and probably should have scored 1 or 2 more during our strong periods of pressure.
Obviously the first goal came after probably 25 minutes, and then we just seemed to step up a gear, and the game was completely ours, by my view at least.
Yeah, and it goes back to what you were saying again about the save. Just reminds me there that Joyce has made a big save at 0-0. That changes the game as well, because if they score that while they're on top, it could be a completely different outcome. But you're right, once we got the goal, we were settled from there. I just thought we looked very dangerous on every single attack. Our counter-attacks were slick and fast. Set pieces, we were so dangerous from them. And like I said, I think we're good value at the end of the day, despite the conceding late on.
We seem to try and exploit them down the flanks, especially obviously I think the first goal came from a corner and the second one with a cross as well. Was that the game plan going into this one? Well,
I think they turned up with a system that you can't prepare for. They played 4-4-2 diamond, and so for us the outlets were wing backs. I think in the first half, for the first 25 minutes, we were actually quite frustrated that we weren't finding those outlets. It was a bit too much through the middle. But as you say, the more the players started to realise where the space was, the more they sort of switched the play and played a little bit more direct and exploited the space in behind. I actually thought they did very well and created a lot of good opportunities.
Obviously then, second half, I think we went into it 2-0 up, and then obviously the third one came, a pretty spectacular finish, Danny said, wasn't it?
It was a great goal from Ria. You know what, she's grafted her absolute arse off today, and she's well worth that goal. It was a fantastic finish. I'm looking forward to seeing that one back, to be fair. But also for Georgia as well. First goal of the season, the header there from the corner, that was a bullet header, brilliant stuff.
Obviously, I think when she gets home, Autumn is probably going to have most of the West Brom attacks in her back pocket. She seems to be quite solid at the back today. Is those your thoughts as well?
Yeah, listen, I think both her, Georgia and Griff, and the keeper as well, they haven't really put a foot wrong, have they? They've been pretty immense all the way through. I mean, West Brom, you look back on the game and you think, well, they probably had a shot from a tight angle, the goal that was a brilliant strike, and a free kick from outside the box. That's not much to have given away in this, so I think all the defenders today deserve a pat on the back.
And obviously you've touched on their chances. Obviously they did score in like the 88th minute. It must be a bit of a disappointing thing not to get that clean sheet.
Of course it is. You pride yourself on your clean sheets and your focus and your discipline, but at the same time I actually think probably West Brom certainly deserve a goal, because there's an argument as well. I think the ball was over the line for their free kick, so you know what, we have got a little bit of good fortune in a sense that we didn't concede a little bit earlier. So yeah, they're the moments that have gone for you that you take. But yeah, it wouldn't have changed the scoreline in my opinion. I think we were too strong at the end.
Perfect. Glenn, sometimes you need to ride your luck. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.